Hello, how you guys doing? This is Alex when changes. So in this video we're gonna be covering the overall setup of the entire August. It's been a very tough month, so we're gonna try to cover what has been happening, what are the cause of what has been happening, and why we took L's, and once some trades have been actually been good for the past few days. So we're gonna be analyzing, looking everything from supply and demand, manipulation, and looking at and some very good setup that I really want to share with you guys, and some few secrets and tricks that will help you become a better trader. So stay tuned and watch this video until the end, and I have some good things that I really want to show you guys. So let's get into it. So let's just look at I had a setup of the USDCHF now. USDCHF. So let me just look at it. So this one, USDCHF, guys, you can see here the price has been doing a lot of compression. So you can see the price has been moving up down. So from this point, just looking at here, there's a lot of compression. So high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. So I'm expecting just the price, if I could just draw a nice triangle here. So at this point, so I'm expecting the price to drop anytime soon. So I'm expecting a sell here, but if you can look at this base candle, so there's a drop, base drop there, and then if I could just highlight this base candle at this point, so you can see here there's this nice base at this point, very nice base at this point. So the price has been just moving on the base candle, so I'm expecting a sell, and just my stop loss above this base, né? Just put a stop loss above this base. So just sell, and then expecting the price to hit the lowest low. So this is the lowest low. So this lowest low is gonna be my take profit. So I'm just gonna go for a sell here on this base candle and put the stop loss above here because of the compression the price has been doing on the drop base candle. So I'm expecting a sell here. So the price has been moving like this, guys, the entire August. There's been no movement or so whatever. So it's been really hard because when the trade went against us, it went straight to our stop loss. But when you lose, it just when we pick a good trade, it just doesn't really move. So those are the frustrating things. So let's just look at some other trades that I'm looking at. USD yen. Okay, let's USD yen. Let's go for the USD yen. Let me delete this. Okay. So USD yen, I've spoken about it on the past video. So you can see here by looking at this spikes here, this spikes of candle, showing us there's a lot of activity that has been happening here. So you see the spike and another spike, and there's a base here. So there's a drop, base drop. So there's a base candle, which is a demand. So if we could just highlight it for you at this point here, you see there's a lot of activity happening here. You see this price was coming up here. This price was resistance, and then it broke in the resistance, and then it became supports, and then it broke the support, and now it's resistance. So after breaking this support, it left the base candle, showing that there are a lot of hidden orders. So if I could just highlight this point here to this point, and you can see here there's a lot of hidden orders here. So that's why I decided, okay, once the price decides to come at this base candle, I'm gonna go for a sell and just put my stop loss just above this point. So this is another very good setup. But you can see if I could just go for 4 hours, you see there's been no movement. You see it went up and it went down and it went up. So it created some sort of a double bottom. Hopefully the price will drop now. That is what I'm hoping for. The price will decide to drop. So let's just hope the price will drop, and then your stop loss is just above here. So guys, no movement has happened here, so it's been a bit frustrating. So if it decides to drop, your take profit will be somewhere here. So I'm expecting the price to drop to come to this point. Yeah? this is a point that the price might decide to go. So let's go for something else. Let's look at the USD CAD, the trade I'm at right now. Very frustrating as well. It's a very frustrating as well. So you can see here the reason I took this trade. Was because of this compression. I love compression, guys. So you can see the price has been creating high highs, high lows, high highs. So the price has been compressing on the way up. On the way up, it's been creating compression. So let me just draw a line for you so you can see from the way up to the nice demand, nice supply zone. So you can see, let's go look for a supply zone. There we have it on so you can see from this point just going up, the price have been compressing, showing that the price might drop anytime soon. So looking at your left hand side, let's look at your left hand side. Let's go for, so there is this base candle. You see there is a nice base candle. So I'm on a sell on this base candles. There's a lot of activity be happening, so let me just highlight it for you so you can see this base candle here. So let me just highlight it. So there's this base candle here, this base candle here. So this base candle here, this is where I decided to sell. So you can see my sell orders are exactly at this base candle, and then my stop loss are just above the head. So you can see here there's a nice cosm also here. You can see here there's a shoulder, this shoulder, and then there's this entire head, and then there's a base here. So I'm expecting a drop whenever the price decides to drop because of this nice compression. The price going from this point to this point has been showing that it's been losing a lot of momentum. There's a lot of momentum that the price have been showing that it might drop. So let's go for something else. Looking at the which other pay. Okay, I had the USDCHF. Okay, there's this setup we got on the USDCHF. Let me just show you the setup. I think it was 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me just, I wanna delete this highlight zone. Delete this highlight zone. Delete all. Okay, let me show you something here. The trade that we got in from 15 minute time frame. So this trade was somewhere around, okay, there it is, this trade. So this was the trade that I posted on the group, so it can show you the trade I posted on the group. So there it is, it went straight in the money. So it was a very easy trade. So there's the trade. Let me show it for you. Oh, it's highlights here. Okay, cancel here. Okay. So there it is. This trade was very nice. This was just an easy trade. So you can see, I always look for, I've always explained this to a lot of people, that I always look at the spikes and see where the price decided to break a level of support and resistance, and then retest and then decide to drop again. So if you can see here at this point, just highlighting this point, what I've explained to the USD yen as well. So you can see this price here, from coming to this point, this was resistant, and then it broke the resistance, and then the resistance became support, and then the support was tested, and then it decided to break the support. Just before breaking the support, it left the base candle. So that base was a very important base for a retest, and then the price will drop again. So highlighting this base, I knew that the price at this point was going to test this base and then decide to drop. So you can see this before it even happened. So you see, this was the setup. This was a very good setup. So as I highlighted, the yellow zone is where you put your stop loss, and then the price would come here and then decide to drop again. So this setup was very good. So we really got this one. So let's just go for some other trades. I just wanted to show you guys. Okay, I haven't saw the USD AUD yen. This one AUD yen. Let me check the AUD yen. AUD yen. AUD yen. Let's just which time frame is what it is. Oh, 30 minutes. Okay, let's go for 30 minutes. You see, this one was very tricky. This one was tricky as well. So this one, if I could just draw here, just above the head, this one was annoying. Just above the head at this point. You see, it went above by a few pips there. So it's been a very frustrating month. So you can see this setup. I posted it. I said the price would go up and it decides to drop again. So your stop loss here at this point is not the yellow zone. I've explained this to my previous video for a lot of time, that the stop loss just have to be above the head. Above the head. So at this point, not here, this was a good entry for a zero float, but if it decides to go up, the stop loss have to be above. But either way, the price went above the head, so that's why I went for a sell. So I went for a sell because of the quasi-motor that I was here. So it had a shoulder and a head, and then the price went above and then it decided to drop. So this was the most annoying trade. So it was an L, you know. If you didn't use a stop loss, you are still in the money, but it's something that I don't go with, not using a stop loss. You always have to use a stop loss because nothing is 100%. So let me just go here. Oh, we had the gold setup. The gold setup, we killed it as well. So the gold was very easy, It was a very easy setup. So if I can check at the gold setup here, the gold before it was, I think it was somewhere on this zone. Somewhere at this zone. So it was somewhere at this. But just looking at the price from here to this point, you see that the price, okay, the price is just creating lower lows and higher lows. So the price is just going down. So a good sell will be very nice. And then what I saw is that I had a nice quasi-motor at this point. I had a shoulder and a head. I had a shoulder and a head. So by drawing this horizontal line at this point, I knew that once the price decides to come at this left shoulder, you can see this left shoulder has a lot of activity. So it's a very good left shoulder, and there is a base at this point. So that's why I decided to actually highlight this entire zone, highlighting from here to here. You know, I highlighted the zero float, so your stop loss just have to be above the head. You know, so the price at this point, it didn't touch. So this was the touch, you see, and then it touched and it went straight to take profit. So you can see, let me show you this point. This point, you see, you just have to go up and go to take profit. So it did that exactly. So we got this trade. So this was just probably our comeback season, but this one has been very annoying. It's our comeback season. So at the USD CAD, we're still waiting for it. It's been from last week, from the entire month, has been going at the same range. Have been going at the same range, not moving. Okay, so let's just look at some other trades. Okay, let's go for the USD. The CAD Swiss. This one I haven't checked. This one, the USD, the CAD Swiss. Let's go and check the CAD Swiss. Okay, CAD Swiss. Let's go check the CAD Swiss. CAD Swiss. Okay, there it is, the CAD Swiss. So let's go 4 hour. So there's a lot of compression. Just looking at this, I haven't saw what happened. There's a lot of compression. Okay, let me see the setup properly. It's H1. Oh, I think this one has already took us out. So we have a shoulder here, a buy setup. So this one is out. This one is out because of it just went above the head already. So you see here, this was a nice buy. So this one is out already, but there's a lot of compression. So let me just go. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. It looked better here. So we have a shoulder and a head. So let me see, has it went above the head? Because if it hasn't went above the head, okay, you see it went above by just a few pips. So we're no longer taking this one because it's already out. So it's unfortunately it has lost. So let's just look at some other few setup that I'm looking for right now. So let me just see what I've just posted. So okay, we have this one, the NZD yen, the New Zealand dollar against the yen. Okay, let's go for the New Zealand dollar against the yen. New Zealand dollar against the yen. Okay, this is the New Zealand. There it is. Okay, this is a nice setup. It's a very easy setup. It's the same setup. It's one of my favorite setup. You just look for the price after breaking a certain level of support, it retests and then decides to drop again. So let's just go and look here. You see here what I've explained to almost two setup. The price was coming up here, and this level was a support, and then it broke this level, and this level was a resistance, and then it broke this resistance, and this resistance became support. So you can see the test. This is a very significant significant level. So you see here the test. So it decided to break. It decided to sorry about that. It decided to break the support. So after breaking and over, the price decides to break a level of support and resistance, it's always gonna do a retest. So it's gonna retest here and then decide to drop. Okay, so that's why I went for, you see the setup. This is why I draw it like this. You know, it's a nice. So your stop loss just needs to be above the base. So it's an FTR, a first time break. Okay. So at the another setup that we have is the AUD NZD. So AUD NZD. Let's go for this one. So this one is a nice QML. This one, so you can see here, there's a nice level. Probably here was a nice level of support. So this is a fake out at this point. But I'm not really interested. What I'm interested is this shoulder here at this point. So there's a shoulder and a head and a base. So highlighting at this point, you see shoulder, head, and the base, and then you highlight the base is exactly at the QML level. So drawing this point, you're expecting this point. So expecting the price to go up and then decide to drop again. Make sure, guys, make sure you put your stop loss above the head, not at this yellow line, not above this yellow line, because I've told you that your stop loss has to be above the head when it's a QML, not here. Don't put it here, because there's a lot of manipulation on base candles. So that is for now. So if you want a recommended broker, I'm gonna leave the link on the comment and the subscription, so you can see a recommended broker, because you guys have been asking me for a good broker. So comment below and tell me what you think and how August has been for you since you started, man, because it's been a very tough month, very tough, and I'm willing to accept criticism, you know, because it's part of being a mentor. You know, unfortunately I don't move the markets. You know, there's nothing I can do when things like this happen. You just have to just keep going, man. So I'm gonna leave the link of the recommended broker. You can try it out on demo. If you feel comfortable, you can open an account with them. So thank you for watching, and bye for now.